Hi Libra, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at a bit of just general stuff, but mostly focusing around wisdom, okay? Wisdom in your connection with yourself, your connection with other people around you, of love, of course, as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It really does help out, so thank you so much. Um, Today we have the Earth Wisdom Oracle. I have the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. So like I said, wisdom is the theme of the week. I'm clarifying with the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. And I also have the Romantic Fairy Love Oracle as well. Okay, Libra, getting into it for you. The wisdom that Libra needs, please. The wisdom that Libra needs, please. What wisdom does Libra need right now? Ooh, it's very interesting. The wisdom of prosperity. Okay, so I feel like this is mindset stuff for you here, Libra, and it's giving very because I am sort of having a secondary focus this week on connections with others as well. So there's a few elements that are coming through for you here, Libra. So I am getting things like the wisdom of, understanding that the grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence, that, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses, that you don't have to look at people around you and see their prosperity and presume that that is the prosperity that would be right for you in your life as well. Understanding that prosperity comes in more forms than what you may perceive it to come in. Okay, it's being prosperous is not always about money. It can be a lot of things, because I feel like for you here, Libra, the the message when it comes specifically to money is, you know, do you really need $1 million, or do you just need enough money to have what you want? If enough money to have what you want is $1 million, then yeah. But it's about, being prosperous is not having to worry week to week, not having to, you know, check every single little cent when you're going shopping and things like that. You're not having to, keep a calculator on you and add up every item that you're putting into the trolley. Being prosperous is being able to, if something were to come up unexpected, your car needs repairs, all of a sudden you can just go and get it done. You don't have to, you know, save money for weeks on end and go without a car for a few weeks. It's the way that you're perceiving prosperity and abundance in your world as well here. I'm just sort of feeling that for a lot of the Libras coming through here, you've done it where you have had to do it harder. You have lived week by week. You have, had to count the pennies at the checkout, those sorts of things. So understanding that, looking at where you are now, um, and seeing how prosperous you are and the potential of that increasing for you as well. And your relationship with prosperity, and what does that mean to you? What does it mean to you to be prosperous, to be abundant, to be financially well off? What exactly does that look like for you? Is that, because it's different for everybody. For somebody who is renting, being prosperous might be having their own house, having their own, being able to, have that dream of buying a home. For other people, that it may be, not having to worry about paying the mortgage because you know that it's taken care of. There's enough money for that to happen. What does it look like for you specifically? What exactly would change if all of a sudden you had an extra $1 million in your bank account? what would actually change? Because if you're looking at prosperity in a unevolved kind of a way, you would blow that $1 million just on things that aren't, going to actually stick around. Would you invest it wisely? Is basically what I'm getting at there. What would you do if you had that? And really thinking about the way that you look at prosperity and what that actually means for you in your life. And for a lot of you, prosperity isn't even connected to money. You're just wanting prosperity in love in your life, in close connections with the people around you and your loved ones. You're wanting good health and things like that. So what exactly does prosperity mean to you? And we also see self-acceptance here as well. So accepting the situation that you are currently in, and having gratitude for the prosperity that is already in your life. The little things that make you prosperous. It's kind of feeling a little bit deep here. And accepting your position and accepting that, for you, certain things don't matter when it comes to your prosperity. Certain things that you have, for some reason, you have told yourself that they matter. They don't. When it all comes down to it, do they really matter? Wisdom for Libra, please. Wisdom for Libra. Self-acceptance of having gratitude for what you have is coming through very strongly here. Self-acceptance of this is me, this is my life, and this is, I know I can get it done. I know I can do this regardless of what situation I'm in. There does seem to be a bit of a financial influence here with that. But you're kind of accepting that, do you know what? It doesn't matter if I have $10, $100, $1 million. I'm going to make the most of that. That's true prosperity. I'm going to invest that wisely. I'm going to use that to the best of my ability. That's what truly makes you prosperous here, Libra. We have faith coming through first. Okay, so that's coming from your third eye, seeing without sight, just that inner knowing, having faith that, yeah, I can get this done. Doesn't matter whether it's $10, $100, $1 million. I know that I have faith that I will get shit done one way or another. Even if I'm down to my last $10, I will make sure it is, invested wisely for what I truly need rather than wasting that. Okay. We also have joy coming through as well. Okay. So that's, what do we got? Yellow, solar plexus, your thoughts and feeling joy, gratitude, self-acceptance and gratitude for this faith of your own prosperity, this inner knowing that you have more than you maybe have allowed yourself to believe. So it's kind of like shifting your mindset a little bit and just having joy and gratitude at where you're currently sitting and accepting that, looking around yourself, this is my life and this is great. I'm feeling a real happy energy here with that joy card, especially that, and it's joyful self-acceptance that, do you know what, when I actually do stop and think about it, like, yeah, I am prosperous. I am grateful for all these amazing things in my life. Yeah, $1 million would be great, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know I can get shit done regardless. So, pretty simple message for you here, Libra, but for those of you who are struggling with self-acceptance, seeing the joy, seeing the beauty, seeing, having gratitude for the smallest little things in your life is going to help you, move into that joyful, happy kind of energy, and find self-acceptance for your situation, your circumstance. And understanding too that self-acceptance, understanding a little bit here too, that your prosperity, I'm getting this thing that I've heard recently. I was talking about this with somebody recently. Aren't you lucky to be born into the life that you were born into? because, there's billions of people on this planet. Look at all the potential lives you could have been born into. Yeah, you could have been born into that rich, super rich. You could have been born into the Kardashians, yeah? Lots of money. But you could have been born in a third world country and had to do things really, really rough, and not even made it to this point in your life. If you're sitting here watching, you have made it further than a lot of people have. There's so many places in the world where children die from starvation at a very young age. And you were obviously not born into that life. You were more prosperous just in where your soul chose to initiate. That it's a deep concept, and it's like, I'm sitting here in Australia, and I am like one of the truly blessed in this world. No matter how hard, no matter how hard I've done things in Australia, no matter how, the the least wealthy people in Australia, no matter how hard they have life, there is still harder lives out there. I was blessed just to be born into a body that, was born to parents that live in Australia, because, it's a progressed, westernized country that, there's so many advantages to me that a lot of people in this world do not receive. Like, even just comparatively, yeah. Like, I'm here in Australia. We have healthcare. We have the government pays for health stuff. We don't have to pay to go to hospital. In the public hospital system. I gave birth to a child in the public health system, and it didn't cost me a cent. Okay, and we're all very, very aware that, even just born in America, the difference is huge just in that alone. All of a sudden it's costing you $20,000-$30,000 to have a child. So I do feel as though there's this element coming through here, Libra, where it's really showing some gratitude and looking at your life from a greater perspective. Looking, like, how lucky were you to be born into the life that you were given, to be born into this situation, to have the challenges that you have, that when they could have been a million times worse. And I'm not saying that your problems aren't real or worse, because even us here in, prosperous country, that we still have problems. We still have things that happen in our lives that, could be. It's really hard, like, because who are we to judge what the worst things someone to go through are? I think, we're all in a common agreement that, starvation and homelessness and severe traumas are some of the hardest things to go through in this life. But there's always someone else around you that, or not even around you, but there's always someone else that potentially has had it a lot worse than you have. So it's kind of being grateful for those small little things, no matter what they are in your life. Even if you've had a really crappy life, you're still here. You're here. You're able to, you've obviously got internet connection. You've obviously got a device to watch on. So in the grand scheme of things, are you really doing that badly? It's kind of asking you to just look at things a little bit and accept your place in this all, and accept that, to somebody else, through somebody else's eyes, you might have an ideal life. You might be the Joneses that someone else is trying to keep up with. You might be the grass that people think is greener. I don't know why it's coming through like that, and I'm not like calling you out or anything like that, Libra, but sometimes we do need to think about that side of things, and be, remember that, yeah, we might not have everything that we really want, but we've got some stuff that we want. We've got some stuff that we know we can get through. We, even if it's that last $10, that might be $10 more than the neighbour does have. Libra, clarifying this message for Libra. General advice for Libra, please. Logic, rationality. We have the masculine coming through here. The next card we have is the Well, followed by the Book. All right, so this is really, really logically taking control of your own life to start with, but being very rational and logical. It's that overview. It's that looking at things in a different kind of a manner and being very observing and objective about your position, rather than emotional about your position. We do see the Well, which I do feel for you here. It's telling you to sort of dig down deep and ask yourself where these beliefs have come from, and why have you felt as though you're not prosperous? Why have you felt the need to compare yourself in a negative way to try to keep up with the Joneses, or whatever that is for your specific situation, Libra? Looking at that very logically, you might have to dig really deep. You might have to, go down into the depths of your own soul, go back all the way through your history, through your life, and really examine the story of you, to sort of look at this from a more drawn out, objective kind of view, like looking at your whole entire life. If you were telling the story of your life to somebody else, how would that book read? And then once again comparing that to, it may not be that silver bound or gold bound book that somebody else may have had, but you have a book. It's not just a ratty piece of parchment. It's not drawings in the dirt. Looking at your life as a whole, making you realize maybe a little bit more, some of the awesome stuff that you have had and have done in your life, have had experience of, have learnt, have achieved. There's this greater understanding, this greater knowledge that comes from deep within you. Okay, as soon as you start, looking at this a little bit more objectively and subjectively as well. Okay, but looking at love and romance, the wisdom that Libra needs to see for love and romance, please. So yeah, not trying to be confronting at all, Libra. So I'm sorry if anyone takes it that way. I just get the messages and pass them on, guys. Love and romance wisdom for Libra. Dreams do come true for you here, Libra. Have faith. Your rainbow will come smiling through. So once again, you're being, faith. Faith in love. Faith in your life. Faith in yourself. Faith in love. Life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. Okay, so those of you who are in a connection, this is your life partner. Okay. Memento. A gift from someone special. So for some of you, that's coming through in this book energy as well, that you look back through the story of yourself, and you look back at all these little mementos, these little moments in your life that have really shown you how much love you have in your life, regardless of whether that's romantically or platonically. You have a lot of love surrounding you here, Libra. Okay, but that's what we have for you today. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you all again soon.